Hello and welcome. We are live here from Pascagoula High School in Pascagoula, Mississippi. We're right at the bottom of this country, folks. And I'm Trellis Williams right here with me. Coach Tony Kimble, our color analyst. The Terry Bulldogs start the playoffs off, taking on the Pascagoula Panthers. Terry finished the 3 seed in their region, as Pascagoula finishing the number 2 seed in their region. So these two teams are here to clash here on this Friday night. And so the Bulldogs 7-3 on the season. Pascagoula 8-2. Coach, from the Bulldogs' perspective, last year you won here in this situation. You took on George County and got the win, made the second round. This year, what did the Bulldogs have to do to topple the Pascagoula Panthers?
Well, I mean, you got to go out here and just play as a unit. Again, you want to make sure that you bring that thoughts and what the team did last year into the forefront of the players. But again, you got to make sure you take care of business tonight and go out there and play as a unit.
So the way that the Bulldogs have had a lot of success is a lot in that running game with Rondé Baker. And Baker's been phenomenal all season long. What do you expect the game plan to be for the Bulldogs in terms of going to Rondé Baker?
You're going to have to give it to him. There's no other way around it. He's been, taking care of a high percentage of this offense this particular season. But also, you want to make sure you have something else there too to make sure that it complements what he does. And that could be taking big shots down the field. That could be the screen game from the receivers. And then again, if you can't stop Rondé, hey, continue to give it to him. That's what's been happening all year.
Yes, the Pascagoula is an offense, and one of their big things has been able to hit players downfield. That has been a big thing for this Pascagoula football team. Now, the Bulldogs have done well against teams that throw the ball downfield, like Hattiesburg in particular. How did the Bulldogs stop this team going downfield?
Well, they're going to have to disrupt the timing at some point. I don't know, how that's going to happen, but I noticed pregame he was throwing the ball. He was throwing the ball in 3 seconds, and if he had a deep pass like you're talking about, it took him probably 4 seconds to get for the ball to release from his hand. So you don't get a lot of opportunities to blitz type of situations like that. So whenever you do, you got to make sure you sack the quarterback and cause some type of friction in that offense.
And so the Bulldogs 7-3 on the season. Of course, their 3 losses are to Clinton, West Jones, and Hattiesburg. So tough competition they've lost to.
Yeah.
But Pascagoula has a very similar thing going on in terms of their losses. Their losses are to Picayune, as well as I do believe it was Gaucher was the other team. So 2 tough teams that Pascagoula has lost to. So neither team wants to lose to each other here tonight.
Definitely.
And here at Pascagoula, this place, this stadium is something else, Coach.
Right. And I came up, I said, well, it could actually be the Gulf Coast field. I remember playing at Northwest, and at that time, Northwest Community College field was not as beautiful as this field is right here. So definitely they have put their money into this.
Absolutely. This is War Memorial Stadium here in Pascagoula, Mississippi. That's where this game's being held, on the campus of Pascagoula High School. This is the lead up to kickoff, brought to you by Buford Plumbing and Heating. In just a little over 15 minutes, we'll be kicking off here down in the Deep South. We'll step aside.
Chief Petty Officer TSJW, and Sergeant Gene Bulldogs. The national anthem will be performed live tonight from the press box. Being this morning, so I read, Bailey Eubanks, Chelsea Campbell, Henry Reynolds, Noel Fairchild, and Tristan Jones. The ensemble is under the direction of Dr. Sherry Love. Please remain standing after the national anthem as we look for the student band led by high school student Nicholas Martin. Please keep the players and the performers safe as they exercise their talents and outcomes. Please be with our communities. Grant us peace and joy as we celebrate our accomplishments. Please bless our schools, the students, faculty, and our administration. Help us show kindness and excellence in all that we do. Please keep everyone safe as they travel back home. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
All right, folks, welcome back here from War Memorial Stadium here in Pascagoula, Mississippi, on the campus of Pascagoula High School. Terry Bulldogs about to be introduced to the fans as a long way away from home for the Bulldogs. 3-hour drive down here to Pascagoula, and the Panthers should have a heavy home field advantage. But some of these Bulldogs fans did make the trek and made the trip, and the band is on the way, as I've heard. As the Terry Bulldogs at half field, the captains got Ryan Huddleston, Caleb Tillman, Garen Donaldson, and Jordan McGee, the 4 senior captains for the Terry Bulldogs, hoping that this is not their final ball game. They're looking to be playing again next week. Bulldogs are ready to go. And so we have want to have a couple of updates. We heard that Tim Jackson was a game time decision. We'll ask about an update for that. Jadarius Young not playing tonight with a finger injury, so hope that these guys can play and that they're all right here. And we should have Braylon Nicholson kicking for the Bulldogs. I think other than that, I think the Terry Bulldogs are ready to go. And you're excited about seeing these Bulldogs play, Coach. And, you know, you've gotten close. West Jones, Hattiesburg, you had 2 very competitive games, 2 tough 6A opponents. And Pascagoula, a very good team as well, but you don't expect them to be better than the West Joneses and the Hattiesburgs of 6A.
Right. I don't think Pascagoula is, they're 8-2.
Yep.
To knock their record.
Oh, they're a very good team.
Right. They're a good team, but I don't put them with the Hattiesburg and the West Jones. Talented team, but in both games that we played, look at the West Jones and the Hattiesburg. We stepped up to the plate.
That's right.
At a certain point, and we played them very well. There was, situations that didn't necessarily go our way. So, I'm pretty sure they're focused tonight and ready to give those seniors an extra game.
So now the Terry Bulldogs and the Pascagoula Panthers right here at War Memorial Stadium. Bulldogs, Panthers set to go on, and nice handshake here at the beginning. Pascagoula's lost 2 games, both to good opponents. Terry's lost 3, all 3 to great opponents. And another thing about the Bulldogs, they have not lost a game on the road yet this year.
Right.
All 3 games that were lost were at Bulldog Field. So for whatever that's worth, we'll see what happens here as it's Bulldogs, Panthers. Here we are being introduced to the fans, the Terry Bulldogs and the Pascagoula Panthers. Panthers 8-2 on the year, head coached by Lewis Sims in his 14th season as head coach. He's got a good record, 96-30. Coach Thick Finn in year 5 as head coach of the Terry Bulldogs. Bulldogs 7-3 on the season this year, a solid performance that they've had over the course of this season. 3 losses are all to teams that were a part of the top 25 in the state of Mississippi. Bulldogs looking to get a big win here today, a marquee win that could send them to the second round. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Hattiesburg and Hancock, which is happening in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Bulldogs would love to get another shot at Hattiesburg, but you got to take care of this right here and on the road in a tough environment here in Pascagoula. Now, there are a good amount of fans on Pascagoula's side, but not a ridiculous amount.
Right. I was extremely surprised about that. I don't know.
Yeah, you're hosting a playoff game, it seems like. But you see some people rolling in here.
Yeah.
Bulldogs are going to kick this football off, and receiving it will be Pascagoula to begin the ball game. And what does this defense need to do here at the beginning, Coach, to set the tone?
Right, so you got to get to that quarterback some type of way, and if you can't get to the quarterback, you got to make sure that you kind of throw him off in some way. So, I think this is good that we're kicking the ball off. We get the ball in the second half. I feel like that's going to be an advantage for us, especially in the playoffs. In playoffs, defense wins championships. So that's just what it is.
The lead up to kickoff is brought to you by Buford Plumbing and Heating. A squib kick to begin the ball game. And oh, it fumbles through. Pascagoula going to jump on it. And a good start for Terry, forcing Pascagoula to make an early mistake here. So right now, 6 seconds in, and now Pascagoula will have the football. You can leave room up top for the scoreboard, remember? Pascagoula with the football. Quarterback Silas Corder in his senior year here at Pascagoula. He's going to make a pass to the right side to begin. It's caught, received, and it looks like it'll be a first down at the 39, or 29 rather. And that's where Pascagoula will be. First down for them at the 30. Silas Corder has had 20 touchdowns on the season to only 3 interceptions.
Ball out fairly quickly, and they're just raising up, throwing it.
Pass back to the sideline once again to DeLass Nunnery. Nunnery gets 2 targets early. And so that one will be right at the 40, and it will be another first down for Pascagoula. They get 2 quick ones. They were moving the chain on the other side. I think they're going to have to get that under control, but it looks like a second down and short. Second and inches.
Yeah.
For Pascagoula. 11:26 to go in the first quarter. And the Panthers a yard short of the first down at the 39-yard line. First down markers at the 40. Trips to the left, none to the right for the Panthers. Corder in the shotgun. He sends a man in motion. Corder going to make the short pass. It's caught. And now coming around the edge and taken down, but it's going to be a first down. Oh, ball stripped! The ball was stripped. It's on the ground. Who's it going to? Terry looks excited, but the excitement calmed down very quickly. It stays with Pascagoula. They got past the 50, and so that's a big first down for Pascagoula, but it looked for a second like the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs did strip it, but they weren't able to pick it up.
If you can strip it once, you can strip it twice. So that just shows we need to go for football in situations like that where he's trying to get extra yards.
Ball at the 48-yard line. They got it to Amari Jackson over there for Pascagoula. That was the one who got the first down there. 13-yard play. Corder. Short pass to the sideline. It's caught. Now making a play with his legs. First down. And it's taken down into Bulldog territory at the 31-yard line. Big first down for the Panthers. And Pascagoula's offense, they're moving the football right now.
Right. They're just trying to nickel and dime it down the field, but you got to be weary of them trying to throw something deep right there. That's kind of their tone, where they're trying to nickel and dime you, and the next thing you know, they're going to raise up and hit number one, their outside receivers for a big play. So you just can't fall asleep in situations like this on the defense right here.
3 first downs in a row for Pascagoula, and now they look to move the football some more. Ball at the 30-yard line in Bulldog territory. Corder in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left and right. Corder has time, has protection, pass over, and it's incomplete as he dropped it. And as curling out there was Ladarian Pickett, and Pickett not able to pull it in.
Right, so they're running a pick route right there. And it was legal. What they're running by number 1 is they're running a short, skinny post right there. And number 2 is running an out right there, and they're coming right off each other right there. And they're going to hit that guy in the flat area right there. So look for them to run that again.
Trips to the left and one to the right. And it looks like they catch the Bulldogs offsides, and they do. So it'll be 2nd and 5 now after they walk these yards off. Ball at the 25-yard line for Pascagoula. Kind of mistakes you don't want to make if you're the Bulldogs.
Right, yeah. And usually what they do is try to go up top right here to the outside receiver. I can't see the number, but that's usually what they try to do. I don't know if they're going to do it here.
There's the handoff, and right through the middle's Jackson. Gets the first down and more. And he breaks the tackle and walks into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Panthers will strike first here in the first round of the playoffs. Touchdown.
Yep. So what they ran it was zone right there. Guy did all he did was bounce back to the backside. AB gap right there. Not for sure if we had a defender right there.
So you don't have Jadarius Young in a game like this, and we saw very limited pressure on the quarterback in that possession.
And what they're doing offensively, they're getting the ball out very quickly, so you can't really, if you get the opportunity to put pressure on them, you do, but it's hard to put pressure on them when they're in quick games. So, you know, you got to hold up the receivers at some point, and then you can put pressure on them.
So Mason Kramer puts the extra point through, so 7-0 lead now for the Panthers, and Kramer's been very accurate. That is 38th extra point of the season for him, and he's attempted 39. So the Bulldogs will be back to receive as Pascagoula will do the kickoff here.
Yeah. Even though it was kind of a quick drive right there, you kind of make this adjustment. You go to the sideline, make the adjustments, and, you know, kind of see where they're trying to get the ball to. I don't feel like we're definitely not in a bad situation. Come back here and score, and, you know, you even things up.
Bulldogs will be back to receive. Pascagoula will kick it off after a quick drive in which under 2 minutes they got into the end zone for a touchdown. 7-0. Kramer go for an onside kick here early in the playoffs here. They tried to scoop it up, went straight out of bounds. So it will be Terry Bulldogs football, and I think they're probably going to get it at about the 40 or whatever. We'll see where they spot it, but that's where the Bulldogs have started. A little too much pace on it. Probably a good angle, but a little much on the pace there.
I don't see a flag.
I think they may have assumed that the Bulldogs would just decline it just because of it's further downfield than where they would get it. Ball's going to be at the 39-yard line. Brady Busby, quarterback, of course, for the Terry Bulldogs. And it is 7-0 Pascagoula after one possession. Busby sends everybody in motion, and now there's yellow on the field. Offsides against Pascagoula,
okay.
So all that motion causes the Panthers to lose their mind a little bit on that one.
Right, I was losing my mind for a moment. I was like, well, what's happening here? But that's still a good shift right there. You gain something from it. So that's a plus in my book.
And that may cause Pascagoula to second-guess themselves a little bit, too. 1st and 5 now for the Bulldogs. Busby in the shotgun. They shift again. Tried to catch him off sides. 1st down, 5. Now the handoff Baker. Baker trying to find something, but he tripped and fell. And that's not going to get anywhere. Yeah. I think he just was right there at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 5.
Right. Yeah, so that defense is doing a good job of closing down the back, the cutback lane right there. That's why Rondé was looking for the cutback lane. Usually it's there for him, but that backside end did a good job of closing down right there. So he's going to have to press play side and just hit the hole in the game as much as he can.
Busby in the shotgun, trips to the right and one to the left. Trying to catch Pascagoula offsides again. Now Busby talking back with the offensive lineman. Here's Busby back to throw. Pass across the middle, incomplete. He was targeting Tim Jackson on that play. And it's incomplete pass. 3rd down and 5 now. Seth Moore going to come into the game as a substitution. We're going to get Baker out. Baker's hobbling a little bit as he jogs off the field here. 7-0 lead for the Panthers. 3rd down and 5. Ball at the 44-yard line in Bulldog territory. They want to convert here. Didn't really stop the Panthers at all on their first possession. So you want to answer here. Busby in the shotgun. Twins to the right and left. Busby, handoff now, and that goes nowhere. Wow. That handoff to McGee goes, to Jackson rather, goes nowhere. Pascagoula was all over it. And big one on there was Gerard Looper, the linebacker, number 7.
Right. They brought some outside pressure right there. And what they did was they pinched their defensive ends and B-gap, and they just brought the linebackers on the outside, and they were just able to crash down and just basically get in the back.
4th down 9. Busby back as the punter. And he will punt it away. It's a good punt. Over to the far sideline, and it'll bounce out of bounds at the 32-yard line. That's where the Panthers will have it. And so on this one, Coach, your defense is really going to have to show up and get a stop here.
Right, and this just takes one play, 1 or 2 plays to kind of throw them off their rhythm. And once you throw them off your rhythm, then they have to make Pascagoula's going to have to make a decision. So it's not so much of having pressure right now, but it's to have a disruption in the secondary. Once you get the disruption in the secondary, forcing the receivers to do something different, now you're going to put the pressure on the quarterback at that point in time.
7-0 ball game. Ball at the 32-yard line for the Panthers as they begin their second drive. In the shotgun is Silas Quarter. Fakes the handoff, pass across the middle, caught, and the ball was dropped. They say it was incomplete. It was dropped on impact, so good job by Quintarius Benson, able to break it up.
Right. Now that was just a good play right there. Usually when they have the receiver close to the sideline, what they're going to do is run a backside slant, but what he did was that was just a good defensive back play, where he was able to knock the ball out even though they ran that slant. So there's just a good play right there.
Ball at the 32-yard line, Quarter in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. He'll make the handoff there. He trips, stumbles, falls, and gets a yard. I think he lost a yard, does. That'll bring up a 3rd and 11. Huge third down here for the Bulldogs to try to get a stop here.
Right, so you expect them to run some type of pick plays right here where they get in trips. What they're going to try to do is got route combination, but they got a certain route combination that they run to try to confuse the defense right here, but you're going to have to put the defense is going to have to put their hands on those receivers to have a disruption in the rhythm of the pass right here, because you usually try to get it out in 3 seconds or less.
Trips to the right and 1 to the left. And back to throw is Quarter. Quarter trying to escape the pocket. Out to the right, pass short, incomplete. On the sideline, good defense by the Bulldogs and getting the stop here.
Yeah, and what you saw here is just a disruption in the rhythm. If someone's used to throwing the ball in 3 seconds, 4 seconds, if you make them, if he's used to throwing the ball in 3 seconds and you make him throw it in 4 seconds, that's a huge difference in the rhythm. And that's what the defense did right there. It's not about pressure. It's about having a disruption in the route combination.
So now Panthers with the football. We'll see if they're actually punting the ball. Mason Kramer back to punt. But, you know, they just did an onside kick, so you can't trust them.
So he usually punts it about 40 yards. So let's see what he had. Woo!
That punt is way high in the air. And so now they're going to let it bounce, and it bounces in a Pascagoula direction, and it stops, it stalls, and at the 38-yard lines where the Bulldogs will start their second possession. But good job by the defense being able to stop Pascagoula there, and now you can tie the ball game if you get your offense moving.
No, that was huge right there. That was a huge series for the defense, for the Terry Bulldog team right there, because what you're showing them, they're used to, you know, this rhythm of getting the ball out. What you have to establish, you know, we came to play football, and I think that was a sign right there for the defense.
Ball at the 38. Bulldogs with the football once again. They got receiver out right, a receiver out left. Going to make a shift here. Going to hand it off. That's going to be McGee. McGee's going to make the cut and get past the 40 down to the 41. A gain of 3. Bring up 2nd and 7.
You know, it's about getting 3 yards. You know, if you get 4, it'd be awesome. But it's about 3 yards. You keep hitting 3 yards right here. And I think that offensive line is ready to make things happen. So it's about gaining 3 yards or more on each carry.
Busby sending the man in motion. And now there's the handoff, McGee. McGee right through the middle, first down. And he gets past the 45 and down inside to the 43-yard line. Big run for Jordan McGee right through the middle.
That's a good job right there. Shout out to that offensive line. And what you're seeing with the offensive line, they have the momentum. They're pushing them forward. And that's what you want to see in playoff time. You don't want to see the offensive line get pushed back. The offensive line is pushing them forward, and it's all about gaining those little small yards. Right there was a great run by McGee, and that's what we want to see.
16-yard run for Jordan McGee, and now It's Busby on the handoff again. McGee through the middle. He pushes his way through, and he'll get hit pretty hard. But he got down to the 36-yard line, and McGee gets up. He's all right. And listen, folks, Jordan McGee was built for football.
Right.
He can play the game. Both sides of the ball. He's also linebacker for the Bulldogs as well. So they're giving the ball to Jordan here. And now at the 36-yard line, you are looking at a 2nd and 3. Receiver out right and left. Busby has a little bit of time and protection. Pass across the middle. Hitting. Oh! Just a little over Gibson. And Gibson just wasn't quite there, and that pass went right over him. That was a nice pass.
Right.
Threw it right into that open window, and Gibson wasn't quite there. Incomplete pass. 3rd down and 3 now.
But that just shows you can go back to that again. You know what's happening. The dynamics of this is if you keep running the ball right there, for some reason the DBs go to sleep at some point in time. But again, you might want to put a check on that on your play call sheet and come back to that again at some point in the game.
Ball's at the 36-yard line, a receiver out left and a receiver out right. Busby in the shotgun, and now there's a shift here for the Bulldogs offensive line. Now it's Busby, handoff McGee. McGee around the edge, nice cut. He's able to break a tackle. He goes again, and he dives to the 32. Nice play by Jordan McGee. And he took a tackle, and he shook it off, and he got the 1st down. And that 1st down is brought to you by Barnett's Body Shop. What a play right there. And, folks, Coach, I do want you to tell us what your keys to the game are. That's brought to you by Vowels Marketplace.
Be disruptive and force the Panthers out of their rhythm. We saw that in the 2nd drive, and also execute their core plays. You don't need anything special right here. Just make sure you go out there and be aggressive as well.
Nice 4-yard gain there for McGee as he pushes through, so that'll make it 2nd down and 6. 7-0 lead for the Panthers. The keys to the game are brought to you by Vowels Marketplace. And that is the official grocery store of TSJW Network's coverage of Terry Bulldogs football. It'll be a timeout call by Terry. They call their first of the ball game, but right now the Bulldogs looking pretty good offensively. They're able to move the chains a little bit, and Jordan McGee's been running the football well.
Right. And that's what you want to happen in the playoffs. It's not about, you're going to have the big plays where we had an opportunity right there with a backside post, but it's just being consistent, just running the football. Once you find your momentum, once you find that mojo, you just continue doing it until they stop it. If they don't stop it, then we're going to run it all night. So playoff time is not about, all the glitz and glam. It's about being consistent.
So, folks, we will step aside. It is 7-0 Pascagoula. Bulldogs doing it again with the trick formations. Busby back in the shotgun. He's got time. He's going to air it out to the end zone. That's Keeson Kendrick. Oh, and there's plenty of flags out there. Yellow on the field. And good job by the Bulldogs forcing that mistake by Pascagoula because, folks, I think that's a TD Terry if they didn't do that there.
Right, yeah. That's still a good pass. This is a good pass. If you got 3 defenders right there and they're just playing, WWE, this is not WWE night. You have to cover the guy correctly. This is a huge play in this drive right here.
Bulldogs being creative here on offense. And this is definitely going to be a 1st down for the Bulldogs. We'll see where they spot it.
It's 15 yards.
Yep. And now that ball's going to be at the 15-yard line. The Bulldogs are now inside the Raising Cane's red zone. 7-0 ball game now. The Bulldogs really want to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the opening period. And it's Busby in the shotgun. Busby, handoff. That's Baker. I don't think that may have been McGee there. That is McGee. He's able to get inside to the 13 as a gain of 2. Second down and 8.
Yeah, you just want to continue to, chip away at this. And again, every drive that you have, you want to end with a kick. So I don't know if they don't score, they'll go for a field goal. We want them to score, but we want to end every drive with a kick.
2 receivers out right and 1 out left. Busby is in the shotgun. He'll get the snap. He fakes it. Pass across the middle. Oh, it's broken up. He's trying to hit Gibson, but beating him right to that spot was Lavelle Adams, the junior. 6'1" junior, able to get in there and break that one up.
Right, yeah. So that corner is playing, he's playing inside leverage. So, again, you have to make a move to kind of position yourself as a receiver to get in a good position where you can catch that slant right there. But also, you got to be careful because that leaves open the fade route.
3rd and 8. Busby's in the shotgun. 2 receivers right and 1 out left. Busby has Baker to his immediate left, sending in motion Kendrick. Busby faked that play. He makes the pass over to Baker. Baker, oh! It was right in the breadbasket, and Baker dropped it. Oh, wow. That was a beautiful pass, and it went right into the breadbasket, and Baker just dropped it.
Oh, man, that was there. Again, what this is, even though we did not catch it, it just lets us know that it's still there. If they don't make the adjustment to those type of plays like right there, we go back to them at a different series right here. But I'm telling you, we're going to have a passing touchdown tonight soon. So it's going to happen. Missed 2 of them.
Another timeout going to be called right here. I do believe Baker limping off the field for the Bulldogs. Not good to see. He's kind of been banged up all season long, kind of been pushing along.
Right, yeah.
But he just dropped that pass in the end zone. You know that hated letting that one get away from him, but he's done so much damage for the Bulldogs this year.
Yeah, again, I don't know what's happening right here. I don't know if it's an ankle or if it's a hamstring. I don't know what's happening with him. But again, it's going to be the next man up. So that's just what happens in the playoffs. Next man's had to step up.
Please be sure to hit the subscribe button to the TSJW Network YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button right now. Big 4th down for the Bulldogs. They are in the red zone. And we'll see what the Bulldogs decide to go with. I'm assuming we're probably going to see a pass play here. Busby in the shotgun. He's back to throw. He's got room. He will chunk it down, and it is out of bounds. Incomplete. And Pascagoula makes the big stop there as they will turn it over on downs. Right. It's going to go to the Panthers here. And Busby just rolled to his right, and nobody was open down there. And he tried to force one up that sideline because that's what you do in that situation deep in the red zone. And just incomplete. So, unfortunately for the Bulldogs, not able to convert on a big opportunity there.
Right, so the defense has to come back. You don't make excuses. You can't make excuses in the playoffs. You had a great stop in there, Pascagoula's last drive right here. So you go back, run it back, and let's stop them, make them punt the ball, and let's put the ball in the end zone. That's kind of the mentality you have to have in the playoffs right here.
Quarter is in the shotgun, checking with the offensive line now. Twins to the right and 1 to the left. And now the pass over the top is Quarter, and oh, he caught it with one hand! Oh, man, he's all by himself. And just like that, it'll be a touchdown for Pascagoula. They're going to go up 2 scores. Wow. He laid that one out. A nice ball, and catching it with one hand. Right there was Darius Carter, the junior, and he pulled that in with one hand, and he took it to the house. 13-0 Pascagoula.
I thought that was a drop ball right there, but he put in the extra speed at the end and just, on the fingertips, if it touched the fingertips, you got to catch it, and he made that happen right there.
And with the Bulldogs, just seem to lack coaches just a little bit of pressure there on defense. Pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback has a lot of time. And we'll see how the Bulldogs respond. Now, the offense looked better on the second possession than the first.
Yeah.
And so there's the extra point for Kramer, and it is up, and it is perfect. It's good. And so Pascagoula has a 14-0 lead, and we have just over 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. We will step aside and be right back. This is Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. Welcome back to War Memorial Stadium here in Pascagoula, Mississippi. The Bulldogs have dug themselves a little bit of a hole here, 14-0. Only 2 scores, but Pascagoula, made a big play there on that last drive. It was a 1-play touchdown, and it was just got behind them, getting it to Carter. Carter caught it with one hand, took it to the house. So the Panthers will kick this one off. And Kramer will send that one long. It's going to be caught. And here's the return for the Bulldogs. Up the sideline, and he's down at the 38. Bulldogs will get decent field position to start off, and now you want a big score here.
Right, yeah, you got to put the ball in the end zone on this drive, in which they had. Terry Bulldogs started, offense began to get a rhythm right there, and you want to go back to it. Honestly, I don't feel like the Pascagoula, defensive line was able to cause a disruption. So we go back to just nickeling and dime that ball right there in the middle, running the ball. So it's just what it is. We have to step it up right here.
So they're going to show up with trips to the right, and it looks like they'll have twins to the left. So going all receivers here. Bulldogs going to try to convert here on a pass play. Busby back to throw. Short pass to Kendrick. Kendrick able to get the football, and he's thrown to the ground. I was talking with Coach Thigpen on Wednesday at the South 78 football show, and he was talking about Keeson Kendrick. He was talking about how well he's been doing in practice, how good of a young player he is. He's a sophomore. He just said he doesn't quite have that size yet.
Yeah.
And we saw it just then, but if Kendrick can break free, he's got the wheels, so he can get to the end zone, as we saw last week against Forest Hill.
Right. Yeah, you just got to make sure you catch the ball. That's your number one. Well, one of your jobs as a receiver, you got to block and then catch the ball as well. So, that's what you want your receivers to do.
Twins to the left, extra protection on the right. Busby able to make the pass. He throws that one. It's picked off, and he's got all the room right in front of him, and Pascagoula's going to go up 3 scores. Touchdown. And that right there was the linebacker, number 7, Gerard Loper Jr., and he has done a lot of damage. Had a sack earlier and a touchdown there off the pick 6. And Busby just kind of forced that one over the middle, and that's where the 2 defenders were. And it was clear path to the end zone for Pascagoula, 20-0 Panthers.
Yeah. And again, what you got to do is you got to shake those off, because you got a lot more to go in this game. These things happen. You got to go and you got to come back. And if you throw the interception, you got to forget about it and move and make those adjustments and move on.
So 1 touchdown off of a drive where the Panthers were just kind of moving the football real fluidly, and then 2 touchdowns just off of big plays. One of them was a pass and play that was caught with one hand, taken for a touchdown, and then this one a pick 6. Panthers will kick this football away. Going to kick a short kick here. It's going to bounce over the head. Going to be picked up here for the Bulldogs, and he's taken down at the 35. Bulldogs will start their possession there at the 35-yard line. 21-0 hole that they find themselves in here against the Panthers on the road. And right now, with the Bulldogs, it kind of a little bit of a difference from last year. As last year, you had everybody healthy down the stretch. And right now, you had Tim Jackson, who's a game-time decision. Elijah Sanders, who I think is playing, who's a game-time decision up at the front. And then Baker, he's not looking too good health-wise. You hope he's all right. He's going to head out on that field again. Jordan McGee's looked very good, though, in this game so far. And Bulldogs had multiple opportunities to get into that end zone with the possession before the last one. And you hope they can get something going here. 2.5 minutes. Here's the run from Baker through the middle. And he will get to the 37. 2-yard gain.
And the thing about this, you have to look at it in a positive sense right here. Although we're running the ball, we saw in those first couple of drives where we had passes that we just kind of dropped. So, again, don't throw out the pass. And that's the quickest way to get to the end zone is getting that ball, throwing it.
Hands it off McGee. McGee past the 40.
Yeah,
he got to the 41 there. So now you're looking at a 3rd and 4.
Yeah. So the thing about this is I'm not for sure about this Pascagoula defense. I don't know if they're locking up man-to-man because they got the box loaded in certain formations that we're in. And if they're locking up man-to-man, I think our receivers can get one pass.
Try to catch them off sides, and the Panthers stay disciplined there. 3rd down and 4. Busby, handoff, Baker. Baker met by that line for the Panthers. Able to get to the 42, gain 1, and now it's 4th and 3. Got to go for it here, Coach, right?
Yeah, you do. You try to set it up to where, you get as many yards as possible on this particular one. I think they might be punting right here.
Bulldogs showing up in a punt formation here. They're looking at a 4th and 4 as they spotted that ball at the 41. Clock's dwindling down, just over 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. This game has been controlled by the Panthers. They lead 21-0. There's the snap. Busby sends it away. Oh, they ran into Busby. And that's going to be yellow on the field. Oh, the ball went loose. And
that's roughing the kicker right there. Oh, this.
And whether it's either way, it's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs. So Busby takes one for the team, and the Bulldogs will get a first down. Brought to you by Barnett's Body Shop. That first down was ugly first down, but first down nevertheless. You can tell Busby's he's got his own aches and pains. He's pushed through this season though. That was a big concern with Busby, because he's a sophomore. Hasn't put on all the weight yet, and so concern was would he stay healthy? And he's here in the first round of the playoffs, and he's out here. He's punting, he's kicking. And he's playing quarterback for this Bulldogs football team, and he goes back out there now.
Right. Yeah, he's gaining experience. You can't buy that. You get experience. He's in the playoffs, first round of the playoffs. Man, you can't buy that at all. So that's a plus for the future of Terry Bulldogs football.
Ball at the 46-yard line. Busby in the shotgun. He's back. Here's the handoff. Baker through the middle. He can't get anywhere. And he gets a gain. I don't think he gained anything. 2nd down and 10. And so the Panthers definitely keying in on Baker.
Right, they are. And what has to happen, as they key in on Baker to stop Baker, that opens it up for the other players on the team right there. And then once they start making plays, and then it's going to happen where, Baker's going to get that big run. So it works itself out.
So after one quarter here at War Memorial Stadium, it is Pascagoula 21, Terry 0. We will step aside and be right back. This is Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network.
We overloaded on one side. There we go.
So it will be Bulldogs football now. Ball at the 46-yard line. It's a 2nd down and 10 to begin the second period here, first round of the playoffs. McGee's going to get the run. He's had a lot of success on the ground. And he's able to push his way down, and I think they're going to spot him at the 46-yard line in Panthers territory, which will be 2 yards short of the first down marker. 3rd down and 2. McGee's had a lot of success here on the ground.
And you know, you have to step up. When the roles change, you just got to step up. You can't ask about it. You just got to step up. And that's what he's doing.
Busby, this time that was McGee again, and he'll get the first down as he got down to the 40-yard line, brought to you by Barnett's Body Shop. He's able to push through there.
Yeah, and what they're doing offensively is really working for the Bulldogs right here. They're really finding the spot in this defense.
McGee back through the middle again. He dives past the 35 down to the 34-yard line, and that's a 6-yard gain. McGee comes in there with a full head of steam, and he's acting as a tailback, and he's getting that full head of steam as he goes through that line.
Picking up positive yards. That's what you want to see. That's what it's about right there.
Busby back to throw. Has a little protection. Now he has to escape. Now that pass isn't even going to get there, I don't think. And there's no flag.
Yeah,
oh, he threw it.
Yeah.
They threw it on the far sideline. Back. And so now there's yellow on the field, and I think that's going to be grounding against the Bulldogs.
It'd be nice if it's holding. And the defense is secondary, but it's not.
I don't know where they're going to. I don't know where they're going to end up spotting it here. But it's going to be a grounding penalty. But good job by Pascagoula's defense getting to the quarterback there, and Busby found himself in a position where he was way behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was. They just cover his primary receiver right there, and just kind of, you know. And it wasn't really bad, right? You're starting back over. Well, I'm sorry, you lost it down. I'm completely forgetting about that.
So now the ball's going to be at the 40. 3rd down and 10 for the Bulldogs. They're in Panther territory. They want to make something happen here. Got a receiver out right and a receiver out left. They sent McGee in motion. Busby has time, and he's going to launch it downfield. It's Gibson down there. There was plenty of contact, and they're just going to call it incomplete. They're not even going to throw a flag there. I saw plenty of contact on the play, and I don't know.
In fact, he pushed them out. Like, what?
We'll say
that was ability. Okay. Pass interference.
Bulldogs going to punt here.
Okay.
4th down and 10. And, I mean, if you look at that play there, I mean, Gibson – the thing is, Gibson didn't fight to get to that ball, though. After he felt the contact, he really just kind of stopped. And you gotta play through the contact, and sometimes officials will respect that if you play through the contact.
Right, you do. I still think they should have gone.
Yeah,
that's a penalty.
And now you got yellow in the backfield, and it's going to be delay of game. So not anything that goes in the Bulldogs' direction here. Going to back them up 5 yards, and it'll be 4th and 15.
Yeah.
Ball at the 45.
Doesn't really hurt them right there. Just gives you a little bit more room. But again, if you can get that ball inside I say the 15, man, that'll be good.
There's the snap. Busby sends it away. Nice punt. Be received there for Pascagoula, and he'll be wrapped up immediately. So not quite the field position that Pascagoula would want, but what they did want is to be up 21-0 and for the Bulldogs to punt them the football. And receiving that punt was Tylen Wilson, the 6'4", 175-pound junior. He's had 6 interceptions on the season, but the interception that was gotten in this ball game brought back for a touchdown was Gerard Loper Jr. Just under 10.5 minutes to go in the first half. This is Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. It was toughest here in a game like this in the playoffs. Your biggest weapon all season long, and Rondé Baker, just can't use him as much because of the injury to his ankle, and that is just not something that you want in terms of a football season. Oh, mitt! I believe that was Glendarius Ford that got in on that one. I don't know. No, it wasn't Ford. That was Garrett Donaldson. Nice play, getting right to the football. Ball's in the hands of Amari Jackson, and they're going to lose a couple of yards on that one. 2nd and 12.
Right. And when you look at this, we gave up big plays defensively. They haven't just, since the first drive, not trimmed the ball down.
And there's the run for the Panthers. And he's running without his helmet on. His helmet fell off, and he was still running.
Right. That ball should be blown dead. He should not spot the ball.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to spot it further back there. Going to spot it at the 13-yard line, as that'll bring up a 3rd and 9.
Yeah, well, in the playoffs, you should get better officiating. I think I might get quiet right now.
2 receivers out right and 1 out left. Oh, and now looks like the Bulldogs are caught off sides there, and that will help out the Panthers. 3rd down and 4 now, as that'll push the ball 5 yards up. Third and 4. Ball to 18. Quarter, back to throw. Pass over to the sideline. Intercept! Oh! And folks, I don't know. Everything that could go right for the Bulldogs is just not happening. I cannot believe that. The ball was right in his hands, and you're talking about there was nobody in front of him. It had been green, baby, into the end zone. That's what it would have been for Caleb Tillman over there. And he's upset with himself. Oh. And the thing is, though, is that you got to give him credit. He was in great position.
Right.
He read it like a book, and he just dropped it. And Tillman unable to get a pick 6 for the 2nd straight week, and that one could have been a game changer.
Right, yeah.
But you do get the ball back right here as the Panthers are punting it away, and it will bounce out of bounds. And so good field position for the Bulldogs. Not as good a field position as walking into the end zone would have been.
Hold up, we got a penalty down here.
There's yellow on the field.
Was it roughing the kicker?
Oh, wow. Wow, and it's going to be a 1st down for the Panthers. Wow. And you're talking about you went for a split second there thinking that we had gone for a pick 6 to now it's 1st down Panthers.
Oh, wow. What a change of events right here. Oh, my goodness. Hey, well, you got to go play, man. That's just part of the nature of the game. These things happen, and you just got to come back and make the adjustments and play ball.
Quarter with the fake handoff. He's got time. We'll throw it over to the sideline. It is caught, and it'll be shoved out of bounds. Clock continues to run. I think they're going to give them a 1st down. Maybe no. They spot him short. He'll be spotted at the 32. 1st down marker is at the 33. 1 yard short of the 1st down. 2nd down and 1. Panthers back going and moving the football.
Right. And they're definitely changing up what they're doing. The Pascagoula is. And you having your quarterback to roll out is a different.
Quarter throwing it up over the top for his receiver. And that one he actually caught it, but he's out of bounds, well out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a good job of pushing them to out of bounds right there.
That was number 14, Nunnery. Got the first 2 receptions of the ball game. He pulled that one in, but he was out of bounds.
Right, that's their main guy right there on the deep ball. So I'm sure they're going to try to go back to him, but we were in a good position defensively to play that ball. I'm sure they're going to roll them out. Silas out real quick. So
Bulldogs ran up to the line, and now Corder checking over with the sideline here. 3rd down, 1 yard to go for Corder, the quarterback for the Pascagoula Panthers. It's 21-0 lead for the Panthers now. Now the run. He goes nowhere. He's now going into the backfield. It's Amari Jackson. He's taken down. That was Jordan McGee taking him out by the legs. And it's a 4th down, and he's way back there. And now you got another player on the field for the Bulldogs down, and it looks like it's Amari Whalen. Whalen is down. They spot the ball there at the 24, which will be a 4th and 9.
yeah, and this is what you want to see with the defense. You know, we're down 21 points, but the defense made a great stop right here. We look at, you know, we stop them inside of the 20-yard line. We punt the ball, we rough the kicker, and then you come back defensively and you prevent them from getting a 1st down. That's the sign of a great defense right there. No matter what's thrown at you, you got to come back with a punch right here. You know, this is not the Mike Tyson and fight that's happening right now.
Yeah, Jake Paul.
But, you know, this is a nice swing back.
Yeah. So back to kick it will be the Panthers. He'll punt it downfield, and Hawkins will let it bounce. It'll bounce in a Panthers direction, and it'll stop at the 33. Bulldogs will get the ball again. Just under 8 minutes to play in the first half. 21-0 Pascagoula. Bulldogs shifted again. Just under 8 minutes. Now they're going to toss it back, and now the run by McGee is trying to at least dive to get back to the line of scrimmage. And I think he gains a yard. 2nd and 9.
1 is better than 0 any day.
7:46 to play in the first half. It's Busby in the shotgun, trips to the right and 1 to the left. Here's the handoff. McGee able to elude 1 tackler and get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9.
We're going to end up taking a shot down the field. As I'm watching here, those receivers, our receivers, are getting past their defensive backs right there. We just need to, just raise up and hit it on down the field. We have, talent in our receiving core. We just need to put it in their hands.
Busby in the shotgun trying to catch Pascagoula off sides, and he wasn't able to, so he's back up to the line again. 21-0. Just over 7 minutes to play in the first half. Bulldogs want to get on that scoreboard before halftime. Busby has a little time. His pass, nobody was looking, and it's intercepted by the same man who's going to take it to the same place in the end zone. It's all Panthers out here, folks. Gerard Loper Jr. with his 2nd pick 6 of the ball game. And now, to make matters worse, another Terry Bulldog down on the field. And this first half can't go much worse than this if you're a Bulldog fan.
This is just an unfortunate events that's happening right here. Man, it's another pick 6 right there.
Nate Kelly is walking off the field now. 27-0 Pascagoula.
Yeah. You can't be speechless as a radio, but gosh, it's not going in our way tonight. Just Pascagoula is making big plays right there. 2 pick 6s in the game. Man, it's just unfortunate.
Panthers will set it. Kramer will kick it right through. And now there is a whistle. It's yellow on the field. It's a false start. That'll just put it back 5 yards. But, I mean, the way Kramer's kicking this football, I just don't think it's going to make any kind of difference.
No, that's definitely within his range. I saw him pregame kicking the ball, so he has a solid range.
So now it'll be a 25-yarder, and wow, it misses as it hits the crossbar, and that's only the second missed extra point of the season for Mason Kramer. And that was his 42nd attempt. 40 out of 42, still not bad for Kramer, but it's 27-0 Pascagoula. Bulldogs going to get this football again, but just a struggle out here, down here in the Deep South. 27-0 Panthers in the lead. Panthers will kick this football off to the Terry Bulldogs. 27-0 is the score. The Panthers have the full advantage. They have this game in their grasp. Bulldogs just going to have to get a spark and make a comeback here.
Yeah, and, we played it pretty close right here, but it's got to keep playing.
So kickoff will result in a touchback, 27-0. A lead for the Panthers.
Just need to put the ball in the end zone. You need to do a drive down the field. There's too much game left right here, so you got to continue to play. You can't allow anything to kind of take your focus off right here. So you want to continue to play right here. You want to stay focused on the game plan and continue to move forward. It's a tough situation, but I think this is something that makes us as Terry football. It builds the morale. It builds the character in us.
So the Bulldogs back with the football again. 27-0. Pascagoula has firm control here. The run's going to be from McGee. McGee gets across the 20 and down to the 22. And that'll be a gain of 2 there. And now you got a little extracurricular activity, and there's yellow on the field.
I'm not sure what happened there. It seems as though he's walking. I'm not sure what's happening. Let's see what they're going to do.
I don't know where they're going to put this football here.
Seems as though he's backing us up.
Ball will be at the 10-yard line, and so that's a unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bulldogs. And so now this is going to be far back. We got 20 yards to go now. 2nd and 20. Busby sends a man in motion. Gonna hand it off Kendrick. Kendrick trips and falls and gets nowhere. Loss of a yard, 3rd and 21. Now you're gonna have to make a big play, Coach, if you want to get a first down here.
Yeah, right here. You got to take a shot down the field. You got to find what particular route you want to kind of set up, but you're kind of at a disadvantage right now because now the defense can kind of pin their ears back and just bring the pressure. So, you know, again, that's why we tried to run the screen the previous play, and it was just slowly developing. So, we got to throw one up right here.
Busby short pass to Gibson. Gibson falls at the 3. Wow. They're just losing more yards now. And so now you're looking at a 3rd and 27 now. 4th and 27 rather. So 4th down, and Busby's going to have to punt it out of his own end zone.
Yeah. So now we just got to make sure we punt this ball right here.
So you gotta make sure you get the punt off here. Just over 5 minutes to play in the first half. Busby gets it away. And it rolls past half field, and it'll stop at the 47. That's where the Panthers will get the ball again. Just under 5 minutes to go.
That's a solid punt there. It's like a 44-yard punt.
27-0. Pascagoula in the lead. They're looking to add to their lead before the half.
In these moments, you got to be as optimistic as possible. You know, we want to put up a score before this half, and then of course we get the ball back in the second half.
Ball at the 46. And a fake handoff from corner. Blocked down! And good defensive play by Garrett Donaldson there. He read that one pretty well and was able to get up there and bat it down.
And we're still playing pretty solid defensively right there. We're knocking the ball down. We're still being aggressive to get to the football, to the point of attack right here. So, you know, you want to still see that with the defense.
Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Here come the Panthers, and now the handoff. The run taken down and abruptly at the 48. Gain of 2. 3rd down 8.
That was short and key right there. They're trying to get for a quick game right here.
Quarter checking with the sideline to get a play call. 3rd down here, 3rd and 8 for the Panthers. Here's Quarter, back to throw, pass over the left side, caught, complete, 1st down, and he'll get out at the 40. Another 1st down for the Panthers. They're going to move the chains.
Yeah, that was just a comeback right at the sticks right there. Had a little extra time right there to throw the ball. So again, I'm pretty sure they're going to try to raise up and kind of throw deep.
Quarter on the handoff and taken down for a loss.
Yeah, they're not a strong running team. Kind of ride the back of the quarterback and the receivers right here. So,
they got a lot of options and they hit them.
Yeah, they have tonight.
2nd and 11. Ball at the 42 for the Panthers. And there's a pass downfield up the left sideline. Oh, they're going to call it that time? Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. And, wow, that's not a call that we got earlier, I'll tell you that much. Wow. So it's flag on the field, and it's going to be a pass interference against the Bulldogs.
More importantly, that's a 1st down, and they're close to that red zone. I don't know what's happening tonight.
It's just a tough game here.
Yeah.
for the Bulldogs. And all the way around, both sides of the football, everywhere you turn, it's just been all in the Panthers' direction. Quarter back to throw, pass over to the sideline. It's caught, complete, and taken down at the 22.
Yeah, and they're just, right there, they're running a hitch route by number 1. It's kind of a difficult route to cover with your outside man, especially in trips right there. Your outside linebacker will have to get underneath there. So, it's on the wide side. I'm sure they may take a shot.
Twins to the right and one to the left. Now quarterback to throw. He gets the pressure. Now the pass. It's open. Wide open, caught. And he's taken down, but inside the 5-yard line, I think is where he's going to get there. And they're going to mark him down at the 3. First and goal now for the Panthers. Wow. They're just really finding everybody wide open. They got so many options that they just, Sean Norville that time. And he's just wide open.
Right. I haven't seen much of Sean. So that was, I'm not for sure what's happening with Marty Jackson right now. He's usually their running back.
Quarter, sit up. On the handoff now. They're going to push their way in. No, and the Bulldogs stop it. That was Norville on the run, and I think he got to the 1-yard line. I think Norville thought he was in the end zone, but he was not. Second and goal.
And that defense is stepping up on the 1-yard line. That shows the grit that they have within them. There's the pride that they have in them. They're still, regardless of the score, they're still trying to protect that score right now.
Quarter on the handoff again, and I think that's a fullback dive play there, and in the end zone. Oh, wow. Guess who? Handed off to the linebacker, number 7, Loper. Gerard Loper. He has 3 touchdowns on the ball game, and he is a linebacker, folks. And that's the 5th touchdown for Pascagoula. Touchdown, Panthers.
I see that coming. I'm just going to tell you, I didn't expect him to have that type of game tonight. Just honestly, he wasn't that much of a threat that I saw on the film, anything like that. But tonight, he's kind of stepped up and made a lot of plays.
So Kramer set up for the extra point. It is up, and it is perfect. Another one in for Kramer. 34-0 lead for the Panthers. Minute 17 to go in the first half. It's just Pascagoula dominating this ball game. And we knew that the Bulldogs were kind of up against a tough situation here, just with the injuries they've had. You have Tim Jackson, and Tim Jackson and Rondé Baker both tried to play in this ball game, and they both struggled with their injuries. So you got to give them credit for fighting through and getting onto that football field. But they've had to be pulled out, and so that's been tough. Jadarius Young out. And so the thing about football is that if you want to make it deep in the playoffs, you got to be healthy.
Right.
And one thing that the Bulldogs had last year where they were healthy, and they were able to get that win in the first round.
Yeah, just not for sure what happened with both of those, all 3. Those are just sneaky injuries. I don't know if it's just fatigue. I'm just not for sure on what caused those particular injuries. But you're right. I mean, you gotta have depth in the playoffs.
34-0. Pascagoula going to punt it to kick the kickoff away. Just over a minute to play in the first half, and the Bulldogs down big, the biggest they've been all year. Here's the return for Kendrick. Kendrick finds it open. He's going to be taken down from behind. But a nice return for Keeson Kendrick. And he'll get it down to the 48. Bulldogs will start a possession here, and folks, you want to gun your way into this end zone here.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna have to. You got a minute and 11 seconds left, so you're gonna have to take some shots right here. I don't know how much running you got. I think you have 2 timeouts left. Correct? Yes, 2 timeouts. So you're gonna have to take some shots here.
Ball at the 49 for the Bulldogs. Minute 11 to play in the first half. Trips to the right, one to the left. He's going to pass it out right, and McGee, able to avoid one. He's going to run through, past the 50, down to the 45, down past the 40 to the 39. First down, Bulldogs. Brought to you by Barnett's Body Shop, that first down. Definitely want to remind you of our other sponsors, Wheeler's Janitorial, another sponsor. They sponsor our takeaways, as well as Total Package Lawn Care, sponsoring our touchdowns. Coming up, we'll have the halftime report brought to you by the Bryant Insurance Agency. We got trips to the left and one to the right. Man in motion, it was Rogers. Now the handoff, McGee. McGee's got room. He runs through the middle, nearly to the 30, but he's down. Down just short of the 30 to the 31-yard line. And now 3 yards short of the first down. Second down and 3. Bulldogs now moving the football a little bit better. And the best stuff that the Bulldogs have gotten is from Jordan McGee on the ground as we bring up a Terry Bulldog timeout.
Yeah. So it's just, you're pushing the ball forward. At some point in time, we're going to be able to rise up and hit Gibson on a deep route, or any receiver at this point on a deep route for a touchdown. Kind of close this first half out.
$34-0's the ball game, but the Bulldogs now moving the football. .40 seconds to go here in the first half. Busby in the shotgun, trips to the left and one to the right. Now the toss to McGee. McGee through the middle. Oh, he's able to push through. Down past the 25 to the 24. So ball at the 24. As we have 30 seconds left here in the first half. There's a first down for the Bulldogs, brought to you by Barnett's Body Shop. Ball at the 24-yard line. Trips to the right and one to the left. Sent McGee out in motion. Now Busby, he's going to take the shot for Kendrick in the end zone. Oh, and it was intercepted, but he's out of bounds, incomplete. So the play was intercepted, but he had a hand. I'm seeing a lot of contact on our receivers here, and not getting any calls here. We got the call early in the ball game.
Right, yeah. I'm just not understanding that right there. You're just barreling into a person, the receiver, and you're not looking back for the football. Just a pass interference call right there. Doesn't matter if you catch the ball. If you're not looking back for it in that case, it should have been pass interference.
Trips to the right and two to the left. It's Busby alone in the backfield. He's back to throw. He's got time. He'll go back to the end zone again. This time it's McGee. Right in his hands. Oh, no. It's contact one time after another. You got to be kidding me.
I guess
that is just insane. It's happened 4 times in this football game, and I know it's 34-0. And I'm not saying it would have changed the outcome of the game, but golly, man, you got to be kidding me.
You have to make – you're a playoff referee. You're top quality. You have to make that call. If the defensive back is not looking back and he goes for the ball, it is a penalty.
Busby, hit hard, and the ball's loose, picked up by Pascagoula. And they'll be taken down, and that's how the first half will come to an end. And on the ground is Busby. He was rocked in the backfield. And it's halftime, folks, here from War Memorial Stadium. The score, 34-0. Pascagoula firmly on top. We will step aside and be right back. And it'll be for our halftime report brought to you by the Bryant Insurance Agency. All right, welcome back. We are here at Pascagoula High School. Terry Bulldogs and the Pascagoula Panthers. It's 34-0 Pascagoula over Terry right now at the half. We got one more half to go. Bulldogs looking at a long way up to come back from this big old deficit here, Coach.
Right, yeah. You know, one of the things you want to do is just kind of put the ball in the end zone right here. You get the ball right here, and your goal, your number one goal is put together a drive that puts you into the end zone and just kind of move from there.
So 34-0, and they're about to head back out on the field, and the Bulldogs will receive the kickoff to begin the second half. Little update from we also have on the TSJW Network YouTube channel. We got a little Counselors TV action. We were unable to be there, but apparently Counselors lighting up Hillcrest right now, 62-23 at the half. The girls won by over 20 points. What a night for the Counselors. But that's over there on Counselors TV if you want to check that out. But that game's about over too. This one, the Bulldogs could fight their way back in. The Bulldogs, it's a playoff ball game here. This game has way higher stakes than that basketball game does, but I'll tell you, seemed entertaining there. 34-0 right here at War Memorial Stadium. And, Coach, what do the Bulldogs need to start off with here?
Yeah, just, you know, that's, like I just said, you want to put together a drive to get in the end zone and just kind of build from there. You know, there's no tomorrow, so you're taking shots. You're trying to throw the ball down the field. And, you know, defensively, you're trying to, you know, shut them out the second half. So.
And, Coach, what would you say your keys to victory would be? That's brought to you by Richards Tire and Auto. What would you say your keys to victory are? You're in a big hole.
First, you kind of, you know, look at, you know, how do I get this ball? You're looking at your play calls right here, and they did an onside kick.
Wow. I'll tell you. Listen, hey, you're up 34-0, and it's still not above an onside kick. You know? Hey.
Oh,
But the thing about Pascagoula is that I'm sure that what Coach Sims is telling them is that, look, it ain't over till it's over. This is the playoffs. We're not playing around.
You do, but an onside kick kind of puts a little sand in that wound right there. Yeah, you know, I'm up here announcing it, and I don't like it. So I can just imagine how they feel. But it's all about putting the ball in the end zone right here.
That's right. That's right.
Now you're getting closer to the end zone right here. You feel the ball and just look on that play sheet and look at a series of plays of what can we do to get in the end zone. That's what it's about. You know, that's the key to this second half. Just get into the end zone.
So Pascagoula for the kickoff. Far sideline. Oh, dropping it. Are the Bulldogs, and he's going to get tripped up. And he's barreled down. And there's yellow on the field. Tough hit to take there, but there is yellow on the field. We'll see what the call is.
I'm not sure what happened. Is it blocking the back? That's the only thing I think they can call here. It's the Tigers. I mean, against the Bulldogs.
They calling it against the Bulldogs here?
Yeah, you can kind of see.
Oh, wow.
He's looking to that, yeah. Block in the back.
They call a block in the back against the Bulldogs, so they will start their possession here at the 15-yard line. Two receivers out right and two receivers out left. Busby throwing it in. He throws it through Gibson's hands. Incomplete. And, I mean, good job by Busby being able to get it. And then
he kind of saved that into that end zone because if he doesn't kind of tip it to himself, that's going into the end zone. Safety.
ball still at the 15. Second down, 10. 11:42 to go in the third quarter. Now the handoff out to Baker, who is continuously, no, that's not Baker, that's Micah Shepard as he makes the run to the 20. And at this point, you're down 34-0. I don't know what's on the Bulldogs coaching staff's mind here, but I know that probably one of the things that's on their mind is kind of bringing it home here. Okay, so we got an update. That's Jordan McGee had to change his jersey. So Micah Shepard's usually number 6, but that's Jordan McGee. It looks like Jordan McGee. He ran like Jordan McGee. If he looks like Jordan McGee, if he runs like Jordan McGee, it ain't no Micah Shepard. That's all I'm going to say. Busby in the shotgun. He's back to throw. He's got protection. He rolls to his right. And he'll just use his legs to go out of bounds. We'll spot him at the 22. And now he's just 3 yards short of the first down. 3rd and 3. Or 4th and 5, I guess is what they say. But
right here, you got to punt the ball. And kind of get yourself out of the zone right here. And it's going to stop. But you got to cover this punt right here. That's the number one thing.
Bulldogs going to punt the football away. Busby will get rid of it. And it's now to the near sideline. It bounces back. And it'll be stopped by the Bulldogs. That was a good job stopping that one. It was bouncing back the other way. So the ball will be now at the 43-yard line for Pascagoula in Bulldog territory.
It's an okay punt there. I mean, you get up here and just stop them right here because they pretty much going to run the ball. But again, they did the onside kick coming out.
That's right. You never know.
Right. So I don't know if
they might just be trying to put a big old score on the scoreboard, give them some confidence moving into the next round. Because really, right now, it's whatever it takes to help you in the next round. But one of those things is not getting hurt. That's what Pascagoula does not want. Quarter on the handoff, and now running through is Jackson, and he'll get down to the 41. Be a gain of 2.
Good job by Jordan. Filling that hole, making a tackle. Yeah, they're trying to throw this ball down the field right here.
There's the handoff, Jackson. Jackson takes a little contact. He's able to break loose. Gets out to the outside, now through the middle. First down, past the 30, down to the 29-yard line. First down for Pascagoula as they're trying to put more points here on the scoreboard.
This is the play they ran first quarter where they're just kind of running outside. It looks to be a kind of an outside zone play right there. He's just bouncing it outside. But, we got to be there to make the tackle.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 28. Pascagoula has it first down and 10, just under 9.5 minutes to go here in the third. 34-0 advantage, and once they get another score, if they do, as Jackson gets tied up for a gain of maybe a yard, and I think it is a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9. And if the Panthers are able to get it into the end zone, that'll trigger the running clock because they go 35-point on the spread here. Clock continues to run, 9 minutes to play here in the third.
What he's doing is he's just curl at the sticks is kind of their patented play right there. They're running a whole lot. And I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to this and back to it again. And all they're doing is just curling at the sticks.
And so now, in the shotgun will be Quarter. And Quarter in the shotgun now. He's back to throw. He's got a little pressure. Trying to get out of there, sacked again. And the Bulldogs just get 2 sacks in a row, and that's Jordan McGee, who, even though his team's down 34-0, and that was a big 4th down stop there, he's really put together a great game.
Right, yeah. He's touched the ball at least 85 times tonight. I mean, 85% of the time tonight. And then he's out there making sacks. So, he's leaving everything on the field tonight, as a senior, and that's what you want to see.
Bulldogs football once again. 34-0, under 8 minutes to play in the third.
Down, yeah.
Twins to the right and left. Busby in the shotgun. He's back to throw. He's got room and time. He's going to air it out to Gibson. Gibson in his hands, out of bounds. And that's what the Bulldogs have been looking for all game long, and that was a nice pass from Busby right into the hands of Gibson. And Busby's shown a lot of good things this whole season, but in this game particularly, and he's a sophomore. You got 2 more years with him. You got 1 more year with Gibson. You got 1 more year with Baker. So you got a lot of weapons for next season.
Yeah. And it's pushing through what you're going through right now. It's not putting your head down and just, feeling sorry for yourself. It's, standing out. Continue to play hard. That shows the morale of your team, We are down 34-0, but you want to make sure, like we talked about at the beginning of this half, put the ball in the end zone, put together a drive, get in the end zone, and just, see what happens from there.
Busby's in the shotgun. You got trips to the left and 1 to the right. And Jordan McGee's to Busby's immediate right. And now there's a toss to Gibson. Gibson got a screen there, and he's taken down at the 15. There is yellow on the field. And were you able to see what the call is, Coach?
Illegal shift. Yes.
Illegal shift against the Bulldogs here. So we'll see where we'll spot the Bulldogs.
You got Gibson in the slot right here, so you cannot forget about him.
Busby in the shotgun, twins to the left and right. McGee is in the back. And now he got it to McGee. McGee the run, taken down at the 17. There's yellow on the field. Oh, wow, and Huddleston took exception. He took exception to whatever it was that Loper did there.
Right, that was not his call back. That was not his call. How did he make that call back there? He's making calls holding, but he's not calling pass interference. How are you making that call, man? That's the side judge's call. That's not the back. That's not the back judge. That's not his call. That's not his zone right there.
Ball's at the 27 for the Bulldogs here. It's going to be a 2nd down and 15. And now Busby's back to throw. He's got time and room. Now he moves to his left. He'll run through the middle here. Down and slide at the 20. And so he was able to gain, I do believe it may have been 7 there. Oh, now you got guys flopping on the field. Clock continues to run. We're at 5.5 minutes to go in the third, and we got a lot of yellow on the field now. And more yellow on the field. I don't know who this is all going to be on. I know there's going to be some on the Bulldogs. There's going to be some probably on Pascagoula as well, as we see a lot of taunting going on.
Yeah, curious to see what happens here. They should offset. But if you allow that as a crew, that's what's going to happen. At some point, you understand the dynamics of the game right now. As the head referee, you have to get the game in control. So, especially in games like this where, we're disappointed in the score right now, but for the safety of the players, you got to get things under control.
And so we'll see what they're going to come out with. I don't know if they're going to kick a player out of the game or what. This seems kind of serious on how they're doing it. We're not sure.
Yeah, I mean, and then you call that penalty if a quarterback is in the act of sliding, he shouldn't be touched. At that point of the act of him sliding, he is dead at that particular point. So, you know, if you're allowed that, you can't get, you know, yeah.
Folks, we appreciate you joining us. We've appreciated you joining us all season long. This is Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button right now. Five and a half minutes to go. We'll see where the ball ends up being. So after all that, the ball's going to stay in the same spot. So we spend about 10 minutes waiting to see, and then the ball ends up being right where it was before. Wow, how about that?
15 minus 15 makes 0, or 15 plus a negative 15.
I think we could have probably done that in about 45 seconds there.
Come on now. Oh, man.
Ball at the 20. 3rd down and 9 for the Bulldogs. Direct snap to McGee. McGee around the right side gets the blocking. He's got more room. There's yellow on the field, and McGee keeps going. McGee trying to push his way. He's down at the 2, but there is yellow on the field, 2 flags, and it's probably against the Bulldogs.
Curious to see where that occurred. I'm not sure what a holding call.
Looks like this ball will be at the 30 now for the Bulldogs. And so it will be 3rd down and 19. McGee alone in the backfield. Now he's checking over with the sideline. Here's McGee, going to take a direct snap and run through the middle. Able to get past a few. And where he'll go down at the 22, and I believe that made it a 4th and 11 maybe. The ball they're going to spot at the 20, the 4th and 9. And the Bulldogs down 34-0. Clock continues to run under 4 minutes to play.
Down right here, either a 1st down or a touchdown. Empty backfield.
And now trying to get out to McGee, and he had to toss it out of bounds, but I don't know what that's going to end up being. But what it will be is a turnover on downs. Going to Pascagoula, and the Panthers have it. Up 34-0 with 3:20 to go.
So I'm assuming they didn't throw anybody out of this game right here. Due to offsetting penalty, so Jordan McGee was at quarterback, so they could have went.
Ball at the 25-yard line. Twins to the right, 1 to the left. Here's Quarter on the handoff. And taken out by the legs. Bulldogs get him. Oh, hope he's okay. The Panthers have another round to play. Hope he's all right. Clock continues to run, 3 minutes to play. And an update from Jackson. The Muddy River Counselors able to go to 7-0 on the season with an 88-56 win over the Hillcrest Christian Cougars on the road. And now there's a fake handoff quarter over the middle, and it's incomplete. Bulldogs want to get a touchdown in this ball game, get points on the board. They're down 34-0, 2:41 to play in the third.
Yeah, we're in position right there. Just kind of missed that ball right there. And I guess that, Pascagoula is trying to get in the end zone again right here. They're still passing the ball. He's not really concerned about the clock running.
Back to throws Quarter. Quarter short pass. Oh, nearly picked off it again. And again, the Bulldogs can't pull it in. And you're talking about 2 pick-six opportunities that you dropped.
In the same area. So what's going on over there?
And the Bulldogs, the Bulldogs have dropped 3 passes that have been touchdowns. There was one that Baker dropped, there's one Tillman dropped, and then right there, another drop on an interception. And that's just kind of tough for the Bulldogs there, and especially in a game like this, playing against a team like Pascagoula, playing at a high level, healthy, and all the like. They're going to punt this football away with Mason Kramer. 2:32 to play in the third quarter. And he will punt the football away as it hangs. It'll stop, and it'll be picked up by the Bulldogs. They pick it up at the 37, and that's where the Bulldogs will start their possession here in the third quarter. Want to get on the board here. This is Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. Busby in the shotgun, 2 receivers out right and 2 out left. He fumbled it a little bit, now he's back. He's going to look to throw. I don't think he had any receivers, and he tosses it out of bounds. So the Bulldogs, 2nd down and 10 from the 36.
Call right there of intentional grounding, but yeah.
So now back in the shotguns, Busby, short pass, caught. And he's hit, taken down. So they got it to Gibson.
Yeah, that's a nice completion right there. So it's 3rd down,
Ball at the 41-yard line, 3rd down and 5.
Run into this other side, same thing.
Busby in the shotgun, trips to the left and twins to the right. Busby escaping the pocket. Well, he's in the pocket, but he's taken down at the 40 as he slides. It's a loss of a yard, 4th and 6. Bulldogs just really haven't been able to consistently move the football in this football game.
Yeah. Kind of get thrown out of rhythm with some of your plays, right? With some of your plays, like here, where you kind of lost a yard and kind of throws you in a to make a play, to make a call with 4th and 6, and you're, on your side of the 50. So that's not good.
Timeout, Terry Bulldogs. As they use up timeout here. 34-0, Pascagoula. Ball at the 40-yard line, 4th down and 6. McGee out to the outside. He's able to take a little contact and push through and get the first down. How about Jordan McGee? And Jordan McGee's the man. I mean, if everybody was going at his level today, might be a different ball game here because he's playing at a high level right now.
Right, making plays. Definitely just made a play right there on offense, and then also making those tackles for loss on defense.
Here's McGee to the outside in the run. And I think he gets a gain. Nah, he doesn't gain any. 2nd down and 10.
And, that's what you want to have. You want to see your team continuously push. You have those seniors, you play for the seniors, but then also you want those underclassmen out there playing strong too. That builds momentum for the off season, and it builds momentum for that going into that next season.
Yeah, McGee in the shotgun, trips to the left and one to the right. McGee back to throw. Trying to get his receiver to go down. Oh, wow. He's telling his receiver to go down the field, and he wasn't. And it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that was, they just didn't call it. That was almost, lining down the field. But, yeah, you're just trying to make a play. That's what you're trying to do here.
3 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs trying to make something happen. I think they're going to let Busby rest and not just have him get taken shots at. He's taking a lot of shots in this game. McGee, all reverse to Kendrick. Kendrick's got the blocking through the middle. Oh, he's tripped up. That'd be a 4th down now. As he got to the 46, and it's 4th down and 4. That'll end the 3rd quarter, 34-0, Pascagoula. So Bulldogs change sides of the field now, 4th down and 4. Busby back to throw. Big 4th down if the Bulldogs want to score in this game. He's going to take a shot deep, and it's broken up. Incomplete, and a turnover on downs, and the Panthers will take over. A 34-0 advantage, 3rd quarter with no scores for either side. And now Panthers with the football again. And the Panthers have dominated the game enough for it to be out of reach, but they haven't dominated it enough to have a running clock. So we're going to be here for the full evening.
Yeah. We don't want them to score right here. And the defense to step up right here, and they've had their moments tonight where they did. Just had some unfortunate events that happened.
Yeah, and the thing about the defense that we kind of talked about, we've talked about this in the past, is that what we did last year that we have not done this year is created scores with the defense.
Yeah.
And the defense has done a great job all season long preventing big plays.
Yeah.
And they really did that a lot tonight, really. But just really on offense, just not able to get enough going on. And then defensively, he had 2 big sixes right in your hands.
Right, yeah.
And he dropped them.
that kind of tells the tale of the tape tonight too. I mean, the Pascagoula defense, they made those plays, and it kind of killed the momentum of the game.
Quarter, handoff, out to the outside, and he's tripped up, taken down. As after he got the first down, so that was Jackson, Amari Jackson, with a nice run. Going to continue to run this clock here.
And they're just kind of cutting down on the backside of that defense right there, where you got the backside guard and tackle are just kind of blocking down, and the running back is kind of cutting it back.
Handoff Jackson. Jackson right side, taken down at the 25. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. And it looks like the Bulldogs are going to fall to 7-4 and end their season right here tonight. After 11 games, 7-4 record, Pascagoula moving to 9-2. But this season for the Terry Bulldogs, you have some good seniors such as Jordan McGee and the like, and some up on the line that are very good as well. But you also have young players in the skill positions that you have developing, and it's good to see. And I think this is a good year to get those guys get their feet wet, and they did a lot of winning this year and didn't lose to a single bad team.
Right, yeah. And like I've said earlier, I said previously about the experience. That's something that you can't buy, and that's what you're getting right now. That experience of a playoff game.
Twins out to the left and 1 to the right, and Quarters in the shotgun. It's his immediate right behind him, acting as the tailback, is Amari Jackson. Quarter, pass, caught, and now to the end zone, touchdown, Pascagoula, and that'll put them up 40-0 here down south. And that right there was number 13, Darius Carter, with the reception and into the end zone, and now going to have running clock for the rest of this ball game, 40-0.
That's run it. You expect them to run it right here in this end of the field, and they just kind of open up with a skinny post right there for a touchdown.
And Kramer's going to put it up and through the uprights, 41-0. And now, Coach, I want to turn our attention a little bit to Pascagoula. And we've been talking about Terry a lot, but you got to talk about Pascagoula a little bit. Last week, they smoked George County 49-13, and now they're smoking Terry 41-0. What chance does Pascagoula have to make a big run here in 6A?
Yeah, they do, but I think their run is going to stop next week against that Hattiesburg stout defense that's playing right there. You saw the spurts of the Terry Bulldogs defense that have their spurts right there.
Yep.
But they did stop this offense.
They've done pretty well here in the second half.
Right. Yeah. Besides just giving up those big passes. But again, for Pascagoula, they do a good job of getting the ball out fairly quickly and kind of making you honest defensively. But we had our parts when we did step up, not as much, and we just kind of got behind the 8 ball at certain points. But I think for Pascagoula, enjoy your win. I think that ends next week.
Yeah. So Kramer's going to kick this football off. It'll be DeOntario Hawkins trying to return it. Got a good block. Able to break that tackle. Now he comes up the sideline and ducks down at the 35. But I will say, though, one thing that Pascagoula does have on their side, and we'll see, we'll have to put this theory to test. Well, last year, the team that ended Terry's season won the state championship in 6A, Coach. So Pascagoula is the team to end Terry's season now, so will they keep that going?
Right. And to mention, I forgot about this. Pascagoula beat Hattiesburg last year 7-6
in the playoffs. So that's going to be a repeat of last year's first round.
Yeah.
And that one was in Hattiesburg, and so Pascagoula is going to have to go to Hattiesburg next week to try to do it again. So it's going to be a rematch. Should be interesting. Those two teams very similar, Coach, because Hattiesburg last year, they were able to return a lot of their players from last year's team. They lost 7-6 to Pascagoula. Pascagoula able to return a lot of their players from last year's team, including their quarterback. And so I think that'll be a pretty good matchup there. I think it'll be a good game. I mean, I would agree with you, Coach. I would think that Hattiesburg might be able to pull it out and get the edge. If you only based it on performance against Terry, you would think that Pascagoula had it. But because the Hattiesburg game was an intense one the entire time.
Right, it was. You know, this Pascagoula team just made some plays. I can't take that away from them. They made plays that changed the momentum of the game. That's really hard to overcome. When you intercept the quarterback twice, you know, you kind of messes with the quarterback psyche. You know, although Busby, you know, has tried to bounce back, but it shifted the momentum of the game.
3rd and 1 for the Bulldogs. There's Busby, handoff. And now the run right through the middle. I think it was Braylon Bonds, I do believe. We'll see what the number is there. Yes, that is. And you want to get these guys ready for next year. And they're going to get Jordan McGee back in here. And see, Jordan McGee is the kind of player that you want on your football team. And you're talking about a senior, a guy that's most likely going to be playing on the next level. I haven't heard any confirmation on that, but pretty sure he will be. But he wants to play, even in the last 5 minutes of a 41-0 blowout, he wants to play for his school. Busby handoff. And now the run. He'll be stopped and can't get anywhere. And he'll lose a couple. 2nd down and 10.
I'll try to get the ball to Jordan, receiver right now. And again, you know, Pascagoula, you assume that you have your second team defense out there. So again, you want to make sure you put the ball in the hands of a senior and let them get that last, you know, go in the end zone.
2nd down and 10. .0 is the score. It's over 4 minutes to play in the ball game. 2nd down and 10 now for the Bulldogs. And Busby's back to throw. He's going to gun it down to McGee. Right in his hands. Oh, and it just good. It was good defense in the back there. And I think that was on the defensive side of the football. I think that was 23, I do believe, number 23. And that is Braylon Belcher, the freshman.
Yeah, you got a defensive back coach up here. He's just dropped the ball. Doing all those theatrics out there. Anyway, come on back, Tom.
There we go. The handoff, Hodge. Hodge, takes the hit. Oh, it's a fumble. That's going to be picked up by Pascagoula, and that's a tough way to end that possession. And the Bulldogs, their quest for some points here in this ball game, I think, may have just come to an end. And so 3 minutes, 17 seconds to go, and the Panthers will take over at their own 45-yard line. Just over 3 minutes to go in the ball game. And I think that may be all that we have seen from that Terry Bulldog offense for 2024.
Right, yeah. You know, I'm just interested to see how Pascagoula plays out the rest of this game. They did bring in their second string quarterback. So
they did bring him in. And there's a handoff, and he's going to be knocked down. It's number 16, Caleb Culberson, who was their leading rusher for the season. They didn't put him out on the field much at all. He's their leading rusher for the season, Caleb Culberson. So now, as quarterback, they got Jason Glaude. He's a freshman. There's going to be a handoff. Oh, he's rocked. Oh, man. Jordan McGee, he can't leave the game without rocking somebody, I'll tell you.
Yeah, somebody needs to give him an opportunity on this next level, right? This young man has played the whole game.
Both sides of the ball.
Right, yeah. Besides the special teams, he's played a significant amount of snaps tonight.
Pascagoula with the football. Clock continues to run. Minute 45 to play. And now back to throws Glaude. He's being chased by White. Quintarius White, another senior. Now he's rolling to his left. Will he release this ball? No, he's pushed out of bounds. And good defense by the Bulldogs, able to force him way back there. And that's going to be a loss of 14. And so it'll be 4th down and 24. Over a minute to play. 41-0. And now I think they're going to they're going to play this 4th down out. Oh, whoa, what's happening? He might have done the most dangerous thing you could possibly do, just stand straight up while they're running at you and then try to go down when they're trying to hit you. All right. That's at the 30. That's a turnover on down. That's going to be Terry Bulldogs football. Clock continues to run. We're down to 40 seconds. I don't know if the Bulldogs are going to send an offense out here. They don't look like they have much of a sense of urgency to do anything here. And I think they're just going to take everybody out. And I think this will be the ball game.
Yeah, we got to be wise and not do anything crazy right here. Well, Pascagoula does. They'll play again next week.
And that'll wrap up the Terry Bulldogs season. Coach Chris Thigpen talking to his guys, especially these young guys, because they want to come back next year and be strong. And you know, you're talking about a season in which they were strong. I mean, finishing the season 7-4, not too bad. Pascagoula will advance to 9-2. Folks, we appreciate you joining us. And listen, folks, I love doing these games. I love it. I look forward to this time of year every year. And this time of year has come to a close, Coach.
Right, yeah.
41-0 win for Pascagoula. And, Coach, for the Terry Bulldogs, South Point Center player of the game, pretty sure that was Jordan McGee.
Oh, yeah, no question about it. He played 90% of the offensive and defensive snaps tonight. And from quarterback to running back to linebacker, he just was all over the field tonight.
And so that will wrap up our broadcast and our season. This was a presentation of Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. We appreciate King Williams on the camera here tonight. Did a great job. We got Nettie Williams here producing for us here tonight as well. And as always, we appreciate Coach Tony Kimble once again as our analyst. Appreciate you all season long, man. You've been here every single game.
Yes, sir.
And that's the first this is the first year that we've had a consistent color commentator throughout the entire season. So very glad to have you this year.
Yes, sir.
And
appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity.
yeah, for sure. And folks, I'm Trellis Williams. This is Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. And until next year, folks, we out.